Hello, guys. Thank you for tuning into this training. My name is George Dennis, and I'm a network marketing professional. Prior to getting involved in this industry, I was a full time school teacher. I also ran a successful Latin dance and DJ entertainment company on the side. I was just one of those guys that was very busy, had a whole lot of things going on, and not a lot of time on my hands. But I felt like I was stuck in this rat race where I was going in a circle and really not getting anywhere. And it was someone that I knew, liked, and trust that introduced me to an opportunity that just made sense to me. And so I got started right away and on a very part time basis was able to build a business that allowed me to walk away from my full time job and gain time and financial freedom in my life. In the process, I was also able to earn some free trips, recognition within my company, being recognized as one of the top 3% inside of my company at the time that I made this training, and earn a free Mercedes. And guys, I believe that three-way calls is a very, very valuable tool that your whole team should be leveraging as a tool in your toolbox. Some of the benefits of three-way calls is the third-party credibility that you will have when you get your prospect on the phone with an expert, someone that has had success in the business, someone that is accomplished, and someone that is not you. It just builds that credibility in what you're doing. In addition to that, it's going to be a great learning and training tool for your new associates or your new business partners when they're on the call listening to how their leader or their experts are going to be answering calls, overcoming objections, answering questions, and even closing your prospects. That is knowledge that is going to make them more effective when it's time for them to present and when they become leaders themselves. It also builds belief. When they hear how that process works, and from hearing it over and over and over again, and from having people enroll customers onto their team and getting new business partners, that's going to elevate their belief in the company and in the industry as a whole. It also provides a great support tool for your entire team, your network, and the entire company. When you have these three-way calls, there's going to be three objectives that you have in mind. It's going to be to sponsor a new business partner, to enroll a customer, or to get a referral. Those are the three things that I look to do whenever I am on a call. Now, is it true that sometimes people will not be willing to do any of those things? Absolutely. Well, I'm not going to get into any training on that. You can't do anything about that if some people are closed minded. You want to focus on the people who are open. You want to get one of these three results whenever you are on each and every call. And you're going to do that by bridging the credibility and influence gap. So you, as the business partner, you're going to be introducing prospects or inviting them to see a business presentation. And these are people that, again, know you, like you, trust you, in some cases even love you. It's going to be friends, family members, coworkers, people that are in your life or in your circle, what we call your warm market. Now, they trust you as the individual who you are in your relationship with them, but they don't necessarily respect your knowledge in the new industry or new business that you just got started. That's where the expert's going to come into play to be able to bridge that gap. Now, who is an expert? Your sponsor, your upline leader, somebody else in the business that's had a little bit more success than you have. These are going to be the people that you're going to get on the phone to answer those questions. Now, your prospects do not know these people, so edification is where you're going to bridge that gap to let your prospect know that this expert that's on the phone is somebody that you need to pay attention to. This person is a very successful individual and somebody that's influential in my life. And because you trust me, I want you to listen to them. And that's why your prospects are going to have an open mind through your edification process. And through that, trust and respect, that equals success in you being able to build your business. And your role in that is to pique interest, to point them to a third party tool, and then have your expert get on the phone to answer questions, overcome objections, and then close your prospect to either get them to enroll as a customer, join your business, or to get a referral. Now, here's some things to keep in mind. Not every prospect needs or deserves a three-way call. You want to put the people on the call who are serious, not curious. Your higher quality prospects are more than likely going to need a three-way call, and you should use a three-way call for those individuals. Those people who are in your network who are highly successful, highly influential. Sometimes we like to call it your chicken list. You're afraid to talk to them because they have a little bit more status than you. When you put them on a three-way call with someone in your business who has gained success in that business, that credibility gap is going to be there because you're matching them together. And that's very, very important. You want to qualify your prospects. Now, typically your expert, your sponsor, your upline leader is somebody who has people on their team that they're supporting. They're typically successful and they're typically very busy. So you don't want to just get them on the phone with anybody that's negative, where they're in a situation where they have to be defending your company or defending the industry. You want to make sure that this person is properly qualified and is serious about looking at an opportunity. And part of that process is discovering a person's pain points. You want to find your business is a solution to somebody's problem. You want to find out what that problem is and see where this business can be presented as a solution to that. Maybe they need extra money because their kids are going to college. Maybe they got downsized in their job. Maybe they are just around a whole bunch of people who are very negative and they need to travel in a better circle of more positive, success-minded, can-do individuals. Whatever the case may be, when you understand what motivates them, that is going to be key information that you're going to deliver to your expert in order to help you to be able to successfully close this individual. So that is the process to them earning the right to be on a three-way call. You want to qualify them and find out their pain points. Now, in setting up the call, you want to make sure you set a solid appointment with your prospects. You want to make sure that it's not a situation where you say, hey, when are you free to get on a phone call? Well, anytime Saturday, whenever, it doesn't matter. That's not a firm appointment. You want to make sure that you set something firm. One of the strategies that I like to use is to set appointments on the 15th or the 30th or the 45 minute of the hour. The reason why is psychology has shown that when you set appointments in 15-minute increments, it just puts people in a space where they feel that it is a serious appointment. So I'll say, hey, Chris, can you get on a call at 5:45 or 6:15? What works better for you? And when he hears that and they pick one, now you have a more firm appointment. Make sure that they're properly set up with the resources that they need. If you're going to be walking them through a presentation on a website, make sure that they have a laptop or a computer at the place where they're going to be. They're going to be in front of that computer, and that they have good working speakers or they have headphones. And so it's as simple as saying, Chris, when we talk at 5:45 on Saturday, I'm going to need you to be in front of a laptop or a computer. Do you have one? Okay, great. Do you have working speakers or do you have headphones? Because you're going to be able to need to hear the information that we're going to be showing you. Once they confirm that, now you can move forward. If you're going to get them on some kind of Zoom call or webinar, you want to make sure that they have the proper app or application or know how to get to that link. You want to inform your prospect that you're going to have your mentor or business partner on the call. You never want to ambush somebody and catch them off guard with having a stranger on the phone with them. Most people will not appreciate that, and it's going to immediately put them in a space where they're not going to be open to listening to the opportunity. So a key thing to say, or a very courteous thing to say, is, listen, Chris, I just want to let you know that I'm going to have a business partner on the phone call with me. And this is a mentor of mine. This is somebody that's been helping me every step of the way. And he or she is going to be able to answer all the questions that you have because they are the experts in this business. That's a part of the edification process. You want to make sure that they know that the person that's on the phone is an expert, is not your buddy, is not your friend. Even if the person is your buddy or your friend, you are positioning them as an expert. You want to give your expert background information on the prospect. You want to let them know, okay, here's who you're going to be talking to, and this is the reasons why this business can be a solution for them. That way, when your sponsor, upline leader, or third-party credibility individual gets on the phone, they will know how to direct and steer the conversation with that background information. Now, upon making the call, you want to make sure that your prospect is properly set up. You want to get Chris on the phone and you want to say, hey, Chris, listen, are you in front of your laptop? Do you have your laptop powered up? Is your computer powered up? Are your speakers working properly? Once they have confirmed that they have that information or they have that resource set up, then you can get your third-party expert on the phone. Another thing to point out is if you have to send them a link, you want to email them the link a couple minutes before you actually get on the phone call. That way they already have it in their email account when your expert gets on the phone call. You want to make sure you make a proper introduction. You don't want the introduction to be long. You want it to be very brief. Chris, this is George. George is my mentor that I was telling you about. He's extremely successful in this business, has built large teams. He presents in front of thousands of people and has been recognized in this company as one of the top leaders. George, Chris, George. That's it. And you let your third-party expert do the rest. One thing that you do not want to do is you do not want to over-edify your prospect. You do not want to fall in love with your prospect. This might be somebody you're very close with. It might even be someone that's very successful, but they are not the most important person on the call. You want to always edify your third-party expert so that way the prospect knows that that person is the one that they need to be listening to, and that person is the most important person on the phone call. And once you have done that, once you have edified and done the introduction, you need to just zip your lips. Your work is done. You let the expert take it from there, and they are going to be the ones to answer questions, overcome objections, and close your prospect for you. Now, some of the other uses for three-way calls is welcoming new associates on your team. If new people have come on board, sometimes you have people come into your business and you didn't leverage a third-party call or a three-way call or anyone else. That person just may have joined just because you have such a strong relationship with them that they were willing to join based off of your relationship. But now you want to put them on a three-way call with your upline leader or your support system so that they know that there's a whole network out there and that plugs them into the system. You can also use third-party calls to promote events. Those third-party calls don't necessarily have to be two-on-ones. It could be a webinar call, or it could be a training call. It's something that helps to build people's belief, and it provides influence over them to be more connected to the company, to the industry, and it will help you to maintain your team longer and continue to build a strong, solid team for years to come. Guys, I hope you found value in this training. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. I am here to support you in all of your endeavors, and I know you guys will rock this industry and do well, and I'm here to help you guys out. Thank you for tuning in to this training, and have a great day.